Pools and Surfaces Distributor presents our podcast series, Podcasting with Friends, with host Gamma Garcia. Creating synergy, creating the future.
Hi, welcome to today's podcast. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Julio Canas with Premix Marbletite. Welcome, Julio. Thanks for being here. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for making the time to come out here and join us today for today's podcast.
No, thank you, Gamma. Thank you for the invitation. We appreciate it.
It is a pleasure. I guess we have a lot of things to talk about, so let's get started, Julio.
Awesome.
Julio, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, the company that you represent, where are you guys located, products that you guys manufacture?
Absolutely, yeah. So the company is called, or the name is Premix Marbletite. We also started rebranding. We redid the logo, marketing, did that, and all of that. So now it's also known as PMM Products. And that's actually our website, pmmproducts.com, and you know, our social media presence is done under that PMM.
PMM,
yeah,
which is a 3 letters.
It's a 3 letters, yeah. Premix manufacturing, Premix Marbletite manufacturing.
Interesting.
So,
that's pretty smart.
So it's just a little short, you know, make it easy for people.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as a company, you know, we're one of the oldest manufactured companies on the pool plaster. So that's the big majority of the products that we offer and manufacture is finished for the plasters. We're being around since 1955. Can you believe it?
Wow, it's been a long time.
65 plus years, you know, on the market. And we are located mainly in Florida. So we got 2 locations, Pompano Beach and Winter Springs. And however, in the works, we're expanding to Texas, so we're pretty soon going to be having the presence in Texas.
So you guys are building another facility in Texas?
Correct.
That's great.
That's already in the works as we speak, and so we're very excited.
That's great news.
Yeah.
So you guys will have more coverage in the West Coast.
More coverage on the West Coast, and also be able to alleviate the demand on Winter Spring, so we could service, you know, more customers, you know, and even for exports in South Florida as well. Because right now we're shipping everything from Orlando, Winter Springs. So it's a lot of demand for
just one location.
Yeah, for that one location. Yeah. So
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Julio, what kind of products you guys manufacture besides? I know today we're gonna talk about pool products, but also give us a brief explanation on other products that you guys manufacture.
Absolutely. So with Premix, we have. You know, it's interesting because we have a broad range of products. So they're all construction related, but we do have, besides the plaster, we also have a roof mortar, cement for roof tiles.
For roof tiles.
It's a specialty formula called Tile-Tide. It's a lightweight product. So for people that are mixing and carrying that mortar to the roof, it's a lot lighter. So typically an 80-pound bag weighs 40 pounds, but it gives you double the expansion and coverage.
The coverage.
So yes.
That's huge.
So it's a huge advantage, you know, for fatigue. Absolutely. Employees don't get tired as quickly. Yeah. And they get done a lot more with a lot less material. So it sounds
That's interesting. Like
maybe
we can do another topic some other day about that product.
It's a pretty interesting product. And we also have partnered up with NewTek. They have a coating for roofings. Right. So it's a coating that for people that have homeowners that have a roof that's not looking as good, and maybe they don't want to spend, you know, $20,000-$30,000 to redo the whole roof, or maybe perhaps they want to change the color, you know, and give it a new lift off a view to the house. With this product, what it is a simple process. It's usually 2-3 days, pressure washing, apply primer, and then apply the final coating. And it's a nanotechnology that also protects the roof. It could be done on tiles, it could be done on shingles, or it could be done on metal roofs. And what it does is the water just runs up and runs off, so it doesn't penetrate. So it helps with making the roof waterproof. And you can change the color, so it gives you a whole new look in just as easy as 3 days. for a lot less than the cost of replacing them.
I am telling you that's going to be another podcast. We need to talk about
for
that
sure.
as well.
It's a very exciting product. Yeah, I can't wait even to use it on my own home. So
and it sounds interesting. You know, how's it called?
It's partnered up with New Tech.
New Tech.
So they have a very interesting product. It's a brand that's from Australia. It's been on the market for a long time.
Yeah.
Proven technology. It's growing very fast here in the U.S. with a few roofing contractors that are really pushing it, and it works fantastic. I've been on roofs doing the application, and it's pretty impressive. It's super easy to do, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You get to see the difference like super fast.
So someone like myself, you know, anybody can do it basically.
Yes, you do have to have the sprayer, you know, the proper sprayer to apply it, and you know, pressure wash the roof. So, but yeah, if you're inclined handyman, you could definitely do it yourself.
That's awesome.
You know, just a matter of having the right
We
tools.
definitely need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Julio, in the last 2 years, Julio, I know it's been very challenging for everyone in the industry. How did you guys overcome all those obstacles? How did you guys manage that situation? Because honestly, my hat off for you guys, because you guys been very good at as far as keeping up with the orders, you know, the manufacturing time, you know, I know it is a process, but it's been very difficult for everyone in the last, you know, couple of years due to the pandemic, you know, disruptions in the supply chain and things like that. You want to share a little bit about that?
Absolutely, man. You're not kidding that. I mean, the last 2 years has been, I mean, very, very hard, you know, to summarize it lightly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as a manufacturer, of course, we want to be able to service the customers. And we understand that when a customer has an order, you definitely want to give the material to the end consumer because they have a need to get the job done and all of that. What we've seen in the last 2 years is that first everything came to a halt. You know, because of government mandates and and health concerns and whatnot. But at the same token, a lot of projects came to a halt too because of inspections and city counties, you know, inspectors not working. And it created a backlog of projects that needed to be done, but then it got delayed, especially on the commercial side. Add to that, the problems that were happening in Texas before COVID were, you know, storms with the snow and water floods and all of that. So a lot of the chemical companies, they got shut down and they couldn't make the resins or some of the additives used on this type of product.
On this product.
Yeah, and that affected all the manufacturers. So that also created a backlog on orders that we have placed, but then they couldn't deliver on. And once we run out of those raw materials, then we're pretty much stuck because we can't do anything until we get them. Once things started going again, which was good, everybody needs material, then we start ramping up. But then also you have the challenge of employees because people, you know, they took time off, COVID, whatnot. Some of them were working, and then staffing became almost very, very hard because even you call staffing agencies to get more people and they couldn't provide the people. So we had a combination of not enough employees, not enough raw materials, suppliers couldn't keep up with the demand. They also put all the manufacturers on allocation. So as a manufacturer, if I used to order, for example, 1 million pounds of X material, they can only sell you that much, maybe a little bit more.
Wow.
Even if our demand will double, they will not sell you the 2 million.
Which that's gonna limit your production capacity.
That will limit what you can do. And during those type of market, it's almost impossible to get a second source unless you already have that relationship. So that's why it's important too for customers and contractors to have a good relationship with distributors.
Absolutely.
Because when you need the material, you know, you got to rely on those relationships to be able to help you out, right? And it's no difference with us and our suppliers. So so that's what helped us to manage. Luckily, we have a very good team in-house, you know, that coordinate purchasing with the plant. We all pitch in, even our sales guys sometimes who are on the plant trying to help out to get the material out. And of course, trying to satisfy customers regardless of what size business they have. We're trying to be fair and trying to get everybody
right.
a little bit of what we have available, so everybody could at least keep going until things get better. So
yeah, no, it's been a very challenging year.
It was a challenge indeed.
And I really hope that this 2022 is going to be a lot better. But I'm already seeing some challenges as last year. But you guys, you guys somehow pulled it off, and you guys been great.
No, so thank you. We appreciate it.
As a distributor, it's been. I appreciate the fact that you guys are on top of your thing, on top of your game.
No,
Julio.
thank you.
So Julio, let's talk about today's topic. Your pool plaster finishes. I see you guys have a quartz-based finish. It's called the Marquis, and then I see another one here. This is a pebble finish called Freestone, and then you got another one. It's called Marquis Magic, and another one. It's called the Crystal Series.
Yes, we have the Crystal Series. So you're right, Gamma. We have the Marquis base, which is almost the basic one. It's the smooth quartz finish. It comes in white background with some of the quartz. It also comes pre-blended with 13 different colors.
Right.
What we did is we simplified our color offerings, and there is the same name across all the series.
So regardless if it's Marquis or Freestone or Marquis Magic, it's all the same. For example, Azure is Azure for all of them, right?
Okay. Exactly. So we call Azure the same whether it's a Marquis or a Freestone or a Magic or, some people might do it on Crystal Series, but yeah. So it's all called the same to simplify, ordering process and also for contractors when they see with the homeowners, they know the names instead of trying to figure out so many different names, right?
Yeah.
As simple the better.
Yeah, exactly. The less the better.
The less the better, yeah. So we have the Marquis. It's a very easy product to maintain, very popular. Miami blue is one of the most popular colors that we have.
Right.
It comes with a combination of two different quartz, a large and a small. And then we jump into what is called the Marquis Magic. It comes with a little bit of glitter.
Right.
It offers a little bit of reflection.
So for customers that want to have a little bit more of bling in their pool, they can add the extra glitter in the finish.
Exactly, which comes already as part of the finish. And they have that little extra that is not everybody else have.
Exactly.
And then it gives them that little special niche and special feeling.
Right.
And cost-wise, not as much as different as the Marquis, just a little bit.
Just a little increase on.
Correct.
For that, component, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And then we go into the pebble finishes, the Freestone, which those are, natural pebbles. They technically last for a whole, lifetime.
Right.
They come in white and also in pre-blended colors. Any of the 13 colors we offer, like the Azure is one of the most popular ones.
Interesting.
Charcoal on the black, for some people like those black pools, and they look very elegant. And then we have the Mystic Eyes, which is a glass finish. Unfortunately, we didn't have the sample here with me, but it's one of the newest products. So it feels very smooth.
Right.
But it doesn't have quartz. You just have the glass in it. So
glass beads in the product.
Glass beads, yes.
Oh,
which are combo glass beads, so they're not sharp. They're round edge, and they feel super smooth, but they also reflect too with the sun and the light. So it gets a nice little so it's glitter effect as well.
It got some iridescence effect, right?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So
that's pretty neat. Julio, and all these colors that I'm seeing here, and from all the lines that you guys have, do all these colors come pre-blended, Julio?
That is correct. Technically, well, except on the Magic series. The Magic series and the Crystal, we only offer on the white as a base. And then for anybody that wants to do it as color, we have what is called color packs.
Gotcha.
Which is similar to what we see here. So this is kind of like a color pack.
So that's a color pack right there.
A color pack is Azure. So,
I see.
And the reason we do that is because the Magic, we figure, and same thing with the Mystic Eyes, we launch it as is. The bag contains all the chemicals. It's just that pigment, the color that you want. So it makes it easier for distribution, plus for customers and contractors to stock what they need and just make it as they need it.
Absolutely.
Keep in mind, these color packs, they don't expire, so they could be, as long as they're protected from the weather, they could last for years, no problem.
That's
they don't get
interesting.
hard, they don't lump up, it's just straight pigment.
So let me see if I understood correctly, Julio. So that color pack, what is the ratio that you, like if you want to make this one here, it's called Tahoe. What is the ratio that you would use using a base mix and color packs? How would you do that?
So that's a very good question, Gamma, and we try to keep it simple. So what I mean by that is our ratio is always the same. Mm-hmm. You use 7 bags of what is called the Marquis base, mm-hmm. and 1 color pack, and then you're gonna get the Marquis Tahoe.
Tahoe.
Yes.
I see.
And it's the same thing if I want it for Freestone Tahoe. If you want the Freestone Tahoe, 7 bags of base of Freestone plus 1 color pack.
I see.
So it's always very simple. The nice thing about this color pack, I know sometimes they think about, are they going to be any color variances? And the way it's designed, if you notice, Gamma, is it comes in 2 plastic baggies. So you have the outer baggie mm-hmm. that has the sticker, and then it comes in this very delicate inner bag. This inner bag gets thrown into the mixer just like it is, because it's water dissolvable, so people don't have to worry about all the pigment in it.
Exactly.
So it's very simple to use, and as long as the ratio is kept the same.
So they got to keep it very steady, always the same, 7-to-1.
7-to-1,
yeah,
they're going to end up with the same color throughout the pool. Don't matter if it's pre-blended from the factory or if they do it on the job site.
Right. So, do you guys offer that program only for certified contractors, certified applicators, or how's that warranted? Because I'm assuming there's some risks, when a contractor do it that way.
Yes, there's a little bit of risk on the mixing side, on the sense of the guy that's doing the mixing on the job site. He's got to be aware, conscious that, okay, I'm doing 7-to-1, that's what I need to do.
Right.
But as far as risk, you could do as a contractor decide I want it a little bit darker, so I want to do maybe 5-to-1 instead of 7-to-1, so you're going to end up a little bit darker than what the sample does. Would I call it risk? As long as you're controlling the same ratio consistently.
During the mixing,
you're going to end up with the same color in the pool.
Makes sense.
So I think it gets a little more flexibility too if you want to create or offer your own combination of color. That doesn't necessarily have to be our standard colors.
Exactly. And even for distributors, it makes it a lot easier. I'm talking on behalf of our company that we carry, for example, one base mix, right? And we carry the color packs as well. So whenever we don't have a pre-blended product, the contractors, they take the base mix that we have and they purchase, the color packs, by separate, and it makes it a lot easier. As you said, as long as they keep their math steady, the same counting all the time while they're mixing, they should be okay. But as far as stocking material and inventory purposes, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it's a great program, by the way.
And well, we thank you for that. When it was designed, it was thinking of you guys in mind, distributors and contractors too, because the other problem is, especially like we saw 2 years ago, it's very difficult to pre-blend every product when people need it, because we got to stop the production, clean the machine, run the color, then clean the machine again. So it creates a lot of delays versus just running the base and then offer the color pack. So
it makes it very convenient. For example, we have an export customer that they had some base mix in stock, and they wanted to make their own. I think it was Tahoe, but when you ship products overseas, everything is shipped in a container.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is that this customer called us and they said, "Oh, we want to make a Tahoe. We don't have the pigment. Can you UPS that pigment to us?" So it made it very convenient for them. It's not the same as transporting 10 pallets of Tahoe pre-blended versus just having one product and they can make their own product, their own Tahoe right on the job site. So for situations like that, it's also an advantage, for all those overseas customers that if they really see the advantage of this, it's a no-brainer, Julio.
It offers so much flexibility. And I'll give you even another example. Is a customer might say, I want the Tahoe, and then last minute they say, oh, I don't don't want the Tahoe now. I want a pewter, a dark gray.
Yeah.
Well, if you bought the Tahoe, now you're stuck because, you know, you got to find another customer that might want the Tahoe. Versus if you have the base, well, no problem. Now, instead of using the Tahoe color pack, you use the pewter, and boom, it's the same base.
Exactly. No, that's great info, Julio.
Yeah.
Julio, my next question is about your bonding agent. I know you guys have a bonding agent available. You guys have the 2-part and the 1-part bonding agent.
That is correct, Gamma. We have the Bondtites 2-part, 2-component, which is kind of like here in the catalog, is resin that comes with the bags.
Correct.
2 bags to 1 5-gallon pail. That makes the unit.
Right.
And you mix it up and apply it with a roller. So it's easy to apply.
Easy, convenient, yeah.
Very convenient, very quick, couple hours application. It dries fairly fast too. We say to let it set for a day, but as long as you give it at least, you know, a good 6-7 hours on a sunny day, it should be good. And it has a good hold too. When it dries out, it's very...
A good mechanical adhesion.
Adhesion, yeah. So it's very abrasive, and when the plaster is applied, then it bonds together very well.
Right.
Another key point to point out too, we also have a 1-step.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that one, yeah.
Which that one is the newest version. We didn't used to have that one, but because of demand of people, and then we have 2 years ago the issues with the resin too. So this came very, very handy. The 1-step is comes all in one bag. You got all the polymers on a dry form, and then it's just mixed with water. Same application process. It's just a 1-component system.
It's just one single component system.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I see here on your magazine here, the new magazine. By the way, it's very nice. You know, you guys did a great job with
the new catalogs. Yeah, you could find this on our website too, the PMM Products.com, and you know you could download a digital copy of it.
The Hydro Glass. Is this a marble-based product with glass, Julio?
Yes.
Polishes?
So exactly, the Hydro Glass is kind of it's an easy to polish finish, so it doesn't take as long to polish, and it comes with recycled glass.
Awesome.
You know, think of it like bottles, you know, drinks, you know, and not necessarily beer, but like any glass bottle. They get crushed, so they get different size of glasses. They get tumbled up so they're not sharp edges, so they don't cut.
Right.
And those are the glasses that we put in the Hydro Glass with the aggregate to give that accent. But the formula is designed for the components to be very soft to polishing. They're still highly resistant because we still use Actiplast, one of our polymers that's proven to help with bondability, resistant. You know, it makes the porch close up very well to make it more stain resistant on the finish and all of that, but it's still easy and smooth to polish.
So after you apply it, you basically let it sit and dry, and then next day you can just go ahead and polish it. You apply it just like any other finish, let it set. You try to take as much as the cream from the top, so it's easier to polish, not to overdo it because you know you don't want to leave it overexposed, and then just wash it like you normally do, like a Marquis, for instance, very smooth, and then you can come back later and do the polishing, you know, mostly the floors and the steps. That's what most of the contractor, because that's what the homeowner will touch. Yeah. A little bit in the walls, but not a whole lot. And and that's pretty much it. So it's very simple. As a story, this product is what we got this product in our pool in my house.
Nice.
We did it about 13 years ago, and I just want to share this with you. The color is phenomenal. You know, it just held up pretty good through all these years, Julio. I haven't done anything to it, so this is probably the best product out there. I'm
happy to hear that.
I am talking in behalf of what we did in my house. So it is a great product from Premix Marbletite. Highly recommend it.
You know, I know that when we first started working with it within one of the pools with Howard Ehler. You remember Howard, right?
Yes.
He was the VP or the president of the company Premix before he got bought out by QEP, and that was the finish we used on his pool. Yeah. And he still, you know, last I knew, he still had it, and it's still, like you said, it looks great.
The color it's been holding up great, excellent. No, I haven't noticed any discoloration. You know,
and because it's not quartz, you know, there's no fading, no discoloration. pigmentation, yes. So the glass itself, it holds the color.
Plus, when you polish it, you don't realize, but you're closing up the pores. Basically, you just
make
doing it bulletproof. You
make it harder for anything to penetrate and stain it, or even for calcium to adhere. Because even though if you abuse the pool and don't keep up with the chemicals, start developing calcium, it's very easy to come off because of the smooth finish.
Which is one of the most typical problems on pool plaster, which I think we're going to talk in a different podcast.
Oh, yeah, there's so
Julio.
much to talk about that.
So much to talk about. Julio, anything else you want to add to our podcast today, Julio?
No, well, I appreciate the invitation. It's always a pleasure to come out here, talk to you, Gamma, and the whole pool and surfaces thing, and, the followers. We're here to serve you guys. So any questions, anything we could help, that's what we're here for. So
thank you,
we're very
Julio.
happy to come over here.
Thank you. On behalf of our company and everyone here, we want to thank PMM for being out here, Julio.
Oh, thank you.
All your staff, your company, I named this podcasting series Podcasting with Friends. So
awesome.
I really consider you a friend of mine. So thanks for being here, Julio. No words of appreciation.
No, thank you, Gamma.
Thank you again, and
thank you for considering us a friend. So it's a mutual feeling. So we're here to help you guys out, and likewise we're here to serve you. So anything
thank you, Julio. And I want to invite you for the next podcast.
Absolutely.
Let's just pick another topic, because you guys, you guys have a lot to talk about, and I'm very thrilled about all these products, and I just want to communicate about your products to our audience and our customers, and just people that want to learn about what Premix does.
Absolutely. We're being around for such a long time, and it's just we haven't marketed a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I think now we're being out there for so long that people getting to get more familiar with the product. But we got, like you said, so many different products that we could talk here for days.
I think we're gonna do like 20 podcasts with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's do it.
That's great. Awesome, Julio. Thanks again, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Gamma.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Reach out, touch space.